What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling That Made Us. I'm your host. I'm the notorious one. I am Dom. And I'm here, my boy, Strap Facts. Strap Facts, what is going on, brother?
It's good to be right here on the Wrestling That Made Us.
It's been a long time. Last time we had you on Wrestling That Made Us, we were talking about The Rock in Hollywood. Scum Hogan.
That's right. You know his name.
Today, it's been a long time since we did one of these episodes, and I figured since summer's here, I figured we'd take it back to Season 9, Episode 31 of July 30th, 1994, when Bret the Hitman Hart takes on Bob Backlund.
The All-American American. Take that, Jack Swagger.
You've never seen this match, right?
I've never seen this match, no.
But you know the results. You know what happened. You know the end game to this story right here.
Stratfax does know the general consensus of what happened with Bob Backlund and Bret the Hitman Hart.
All right, so you're going to take it to Superstars, July 30th, 1994, Season 9, Episode 31, and we are at 7 minutes and 2 seconds, and Bob Backlund is making his way to the ring. He got that, I'm not sure who, I thought he went to Maryland, but his jacket says Midwood Wrestling. I'm not sure where Midwood Wrestling is, and...
Sounds like something that happens in the middle of the night, if you ask me. Midwood Wrestling.
Midwood Wrestling. Here we go.
And we just saw a guy wearing a Marlboro brand cigarette T-shirt, and those were the thing to wear back then. All you had to do was smoke a lot, cut a lot of coupons, and mail them in, and you get a branded T-shirt.
Oh, he was the coach. You got the coach name on it. Bob Backlund, 6'2", 234. I met him a few years ago at the library in New London.
Oh, there's me.
Could be.
It could be me.
Could be. Here comes the champion. Here comes the Hitman. Bret's so cool.
He's so cool. Yeah, he's, as far as history goes, he's in the middle of a feud. He's headed to SummerSlam to face his brother, recent King of the Ring winner, Owen Hart, at SummerSlam in a cage match at the United Center. I thought the United Center was an interesting arena. It was mostly known as a WCW arena, if you ask me. They always went to the Rosemont Horizon, the WWF guys, so who knows, man.
So it's a pretty interesting time right here. This is our first Superstars show.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't tell you any other memorable stuff that took place on Superstars, but
well, this was a companion piece. Remember, all shows were 1 hour each at a time. Raw was 1 hour, Superstars was 1 hour, and not like nowadays, guys, where you have 10 hours of SmackDown, 10 hours of Raw. Excuse me, that's just exaggeration. You got 3 hours of Raw, 3 hours of SmackDown, 4 hours of AEW on a given week. It's a lot of product and television out there. So at the time, this was special. Things mattered back then here on the It Doesn't Matter podcast special edition, Wrestling That Made Us. So they were building the seeds because, of course, Bob Backlund and Bret Hart would have their Survivor Series match and later in November of this year. So they're building the seeds, planting the seeds. Although you wouldn't know it yet because this is just a one-on-one matchup, Bret Hart and former long-term champion Bob Backlund.
All right, Bret gave the glasses to some little girl with a Bret Hart shirt and the foam finger. Bob Backlund just staring at the crowd, nodding his head. Yep, I'm ready. You need a haircut?
Bob Backlund posing like many Instagram girls with his butt way sticking out like that. Uh-oh. He's going to tell you. He's calling all the spots right now. It's a memory test.
So it's 1994. How old was Bob Backlund at this time?
Don't know, but back then they considered him old because he was the WWF champion back in the early '80s, and he held the title for like 4 years or something like that. Whoa! Talk about Instagram model. He knows how to do squats, I'm sure. But he was making his comeback. I think he was 35 or 36 when he came back right now. Like, he's 35, 36, man. CM Punk is like 42. Edge is like 47.
Yeah.
It's like they're still wrestling, man. And say what you will, I swear to God, man, Vince McMahon, he tried to retire these guys early. He tried to retire Hogan and Macho Man and at a decent age. And these guys just refused. They're like, don't retire me. I still have a lot to offer. And they did. Macho and Hogan went to WCW to tear it up. And they did. So there you go. That's one prop I can give Vince. He swear to God, he tried to save these wrestlers' lives, getting them to retire early. but they didn't want to retire, so he just gave up on it.
Bob Backlund with a hip toss. Now he's got him some type of submission. Oh, 1, 2. Bret Hart just kicked out. And that's Kobe in the background. She's a Bret Hart fan. She wants to see Bret lose this match.
Kobe has been outside for a little bit of amount of time, and we brought her back in because we knew what a big fan she was of the Hitman Bret Hart.
All right, Bret with a single leg takedown, but Bob Backlund just kicked him.
Oh, my goodness. Bret Hart wearing his speckled pink tank top there. I like that design, even though Creepazoids can make fun of it in different manners because he also had a white speckled version.
I had that action figure with the speckle. That shit was pretty dope.
That's.
I had that one, and I had the pink top one too. So, all right, these guys doing a test of strength right now.
A Greco-Roman knuckle lock. So Bret Hart has 4 stars on his tights. Indicates all his children were born.
Go ahead, Backlund. Backlund with a single leg takedown, and he's working on Bret right now. Bret's like, what the hell? I didn't expect this from this old man who's 35 years old at this time. Bob Backlund said, let's go. You ready, young buck? I got you. Bret's like, touche.
And how old is Bret Hart here? I bet he's the same age. I don't know. We don't know.
I don't know.
This is not the birthdays that made us, okay, guys?
Bret don't know what the hell to do right now.
The wrestling that made us. Oh, what a name. What a topic. What a show. This match didn't make me. I wasn't even a fan yet at the time. What kind of nonsense doohickey is this, Dom? But that's not important right now. What is important is this top wrist lock by the Hitman Bret Hart. Look at him sprawling.
Well, I know that you started watching wrestling in 1995, and I remember this as a kid watching this on Superstars. I remember Bob Backlund snapping at the end of the match, and I feel like
that's right.
I want to watch this with you.
There you go.
You knew what happened, but you haven't seen the match. You want to see artwork at its best, the match speed at its best. This right here, the technical style wrestling match right here. It's pretty good right here.
That's right. Working holds, man.
A lot of rest holds.
The sugar holds.
And this is your second match of the night on Superstars.
Well, in this episode, yes. This could have otherwise been a long night of recording here at the local arena.
Bret's telling him, make him tap, make him tap.
Oof. He's got that top wrist lock on from the rear. Bob Backlund making his WrestleMania debut 2 years ago at this point, against Razor Ramon.
WrestleMania 11. He didn't wrestle in WrestleMania 1?
10? No, he was not at WrestleMania 1.
No? Oh.
No. WrestleMania 9 in Las Vegas.
All right.
And WrestleMania 10, I just believe he was absent.
WrestleMania 9, he was in a dark match, right?
9, I think it's Razor Ramon, right? All right.
That wasn't on camera. Ooh. That WrestleMania is a little funky to me, but...
Oh, yeah? Oh, look at this. Slam by Bob Backlund.
That run slam. But Bret's still working the arm. He's still holding on to the arm right now.
That's right. Never mind previous WrestleMania histories. We don't need to be concerned with that.
If you don't like, technical wrestling or great mat wrestling, this ain't your kind of match. This ain't your cup of tea right here, so...
Like, what is the purpose of this kind of wrestling? It's not very dynamic, especially if you're a modern pro wrestling fan. It's like, what are we watching here? What exactly is the story being told here? Well, you have 2 very equally matched technical wrestlers. One, of the amateur. Oh, watch that gutter hand, Hitman.
Bret grabbing a little something over there. Hold on now.
But as you can, in wrestling, there's a lot of pro wrestling, especially, there's a lot of cheating, a lot of shortcuts being made. So what happens when you have 2 wrestlers of equal quality, for lack of a better term, and they're going at it to see who can out wrestle the other, and that's what's going on. Bob Backlund had the upper hand for a little bit. Now Bret Hart has the upper hand, and there's been no punching or kicking. It's actually been wrestling, grabbing a piece of the body and making it work, contorting it.
Yes. All right, well, Bret is still working on the arm right now, Bob Backlund. He's ringing it, and we are at 15 minutes and 42, 43, 44 seconds, and he's still got Bob Backlund in the arm bar, or whatever you want to call it.
Yo, what? What is he doing? Yeah, it's just an arm bar. Yeah. Arm bar, top wrist lock. Putting pressure on his joints. Because it looks like if Bret Hart had a arm-based submission, that would make sense. So we're not really sure what he's going for, but he has to mix it up, of course. His finisher is the sharpshooter, which, depending on which story you want to tell, either attacks the legs or attacks the back. What do you think, Dom?
The sharpshooter, you would think, would attack the back.
Right. That's what I think.
You would work on the back, yeah.
But some commentators would allege that it's working the legs. So when you're twisting the legs and putting in the sharpshooter, oh, my knee. And I'll give you that. The knee is right in the shot. You know, that's what you're tugging on. So it could hurt the knee as well as the back.
I wonder what the fans are thinking at this time in 1994. Like, are they enjoying this match right now? Like, they're just kind of just like...
Well, I mean, I could tell you as me, like, I'm the kind of wrestling fan. I'm not hooting and hollering. I'm just watching and I'm observing. So in that sense, I'm just quiet.
You're a damn lie. What was that Ring of Honor show I seen you in? You banging on the apron.
That's during the entrance.
And then somebody did like a sunset flip right in front of you. You was hyped up.
Right, but generally speaking, so you're not going to do that the whole time. If you have some fan going, ah, during the arm bar, I'd be like, what's wrong with you? You know? So, yeah, when the high spots are there, you cheer for the high spots.
Going for the pile driver. Wham! Pile driver.
Now, that's how you cut the camera, guys.
That's how you do it. That's clean. That was clean. Go for the pin. He's laid out. Bret's laid out.
Yeah.
Bob Backlund got the arm over him and the leg, too. And Bret Hart just kicked out. And Superstars is going to commercial.
Not on Peacock. Ad-free. No, but, you know, if you're wondering...
We're back.
If you're wondering the fans are being quiet, not making noise, I can relate. Because, like I said, even though you say otherwise, I'm just watching. I'm watching the match. That's how you watch a match. You can't digest a match if you're yelling about it. Yeah, that's what I think.
Backlund was going for another pile driver, but Bret Hart just countered it for the back body drop. He's picking them up.
That means we missed minutes of the match.
Body slam. Leg drop.
That is Hogan's entire match right there. That's Bret Hart mocking the Hulkster right there.
The Huckster.
Hulk Hogan, which if you're tuning into the other company, just made a big debut at the Bash of the Beach with Shaq and George Foreman. And Mr. T was also there, all them black folk in Orlando, Florida.
Bob Backlund got Bret Hart in the abdominal stretch, excuse me.
Yes, a domino stretch.
A domino stretch. You don't see that move anymore. Hitman reversed it, then Backlund reversed it and just, basically over the top.
Hip tossed him.
Yeah, hip tossed him.
What are they doing in the orange tank in the front row? He's having the time of his life, and he didn't even say a word.
Hell yeah. These guys just rolled outside the ring. Earl Hebner was like, come on, guys. Get in the ring. Let's go.
You can't tell, but Bob Backlund just rock bottom Bret Hart right there.
You think Backlund is blown up at this time?
No, Backlund could hold his breath longer than anyone in the Titan submersible.
All right, Backlund just rolled back in the ring. Hitman just got up. He just got himself right back in the ring.
Look at homeboy in the tie-dye shirt. That could be anything.
You talking about me?
No, the guy in the front row.
Oh, okay.
Or from the Monkey Farm, because that's what that woman wore earlier at a restaurant to be named Sea Swirl of Mystic. Good food. Good times. No one took a corner turnbuckle like the Hart family, that's for sure.
Natty, when Bret used to take that shit, face first. Oof.
Natty should try that, chest first.
She might pop an implant.
What implant? Uh-oh, more Hogan maneuvers.
Backlund with a scoop slam.
That's right. It's got a little wedgie, too. What the? Oh, my God.
Backlund don't know what to do. He's doing a 69 position right
now. Oh, no. Those were the days.
That was kind of late, though.
Yeah, look at that kid wearing the Bret Hart sunglasses, man.
Bobby Heenan said, you go blind.
I bought one of those in 2009, I think.
I want that.
2009. They are not very fun to wear. They're not.
They look uncomfortable.
They are very uncomfortable. Let me tell you firsthand knowledge. Oh my God, look at this.
Backlund just bodied him, got him over his shoulder.
You know what this move is called, Dom?
No.
I believe it's the Argentinian backbreaker, specialized by Antonio Rocca.
Well, Bret just countered it and got him to the backslide. 1, 2, Backlund kicked out again.
A nice American maneuver, the backslide. So simple. This is real life, okay? This really happened. We're watching a pay-per-view, and I was like, there's never been a match that ended in a backslide, and then Randy Orton or
Look at Backlund with the bridge.
Drew McIntyre like pinned Randy Orton with the backslide on that pay-per-view.
I remember that.
It's ridiculous.
That. Look at it.
Yep, that's some core strength right there.
Look at Backlund with the bridge again.
That's right. It's all
old Backlund.
It's all them squats.
Look at that.
See,
1, 2, and Bret just kicked out the backslide.
If Dom was in the crowd, he'd be all excited, not turning his head like these losers in the front row.
See? Dude with the tie-dye shirt.
Man, look at those ball blackies. That's why he wearing the do-rag.
Oh, man.
Don't trust me with any live commentary, folks.
Oh. It's like throwing a grenade.
Bruno Mars. Oh, look at that.
Yo, I used to love his backbreakers. Bret just did a backbreaker to Bob Backlund. 1, 2.
I thought Bruno Mars backbreakers. I'm like, yo, he don't wrestle. I gotta find those sunglasses. I have no idea where they are. Those things are.
You find them.
I gotta break
Search
them
the
out.
basement or
Oh
the
my
attic.
God. There he goes.
Bret's trying to go for the sharpshooter, but Backlund got the foot. He's fighting. Bam! Bret with the elbow.
Shawn Michaels unable to ever figure out how to do the sharpshooter properly.
What's worse, Shawn Michaels trying to do the sharpshooter or Hulk Hogan trying to do the figure 4?
Well, at least when Hogan did, I'm like, what was that?
Bret tried to jump over Bob Backlund, just tripped.
That was like Sid tripping Sting at Hog Wild.
That's his execution. Just fucked up. That's what happened.
That was intentional. Bret Hart would never.
Just like Paul Heyman when he slipped through the ropes at Saudi Arabia.
Man. You can tell what was more contrived, that or when Nick Jackson does it.
See, now that's what I don't understand.
What's that?
You gonna throw him in the ring. Man just tripped. You gonna pin him? Like, you trying to catch your breath real quick for 2 seconds?
As JBL said, always go for the pin. You just never know when you'll get it.
What was that match we watched? Was it Saudi Arabia?
Charlie Haas and
No, it was somebody.
Mordecai.
No, was it something in Saudi Arabia?
What? Yeah, what?
Somebody got thrown over the top rope. They threw him back inside the ring, and the match was over.
I
That's
don't know.
not simple like that. I think it was a Chris Benoit match. Maybe it was on Nitro.
Oh,
I'm on
jeez.
too many damn podcasts. I can't keep
Man,
up.
can't
A lot of
homeboy
wrestling.
can't keep count.
lot of wrestling.
I just saw this reel of Sid Vicious versus Lex Luger that lasted like 13 seconds.
Who won that match?
Luger.
Oh, Backlund thought he won it. He thought he won it.
He's the golden boy.
Oh, never mind. I thought he thought he won. Never mind.
No, he's just excited. That's how he hulks up. Inside cradle.
1, 2.
Whoa!
Whoa, match is over.
That's how it.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn the audio up a little bit. Hey, look at that. I can't
Guy.
say what I'm saying. Yeah, guy. That's a G word. Guy.
What, you're waiting for the referee's official word?
Hey, where you at? Bret is still the champion. He won with a small package.
That's how he beat Diesel.
With a small package.
He's Mr. Small Package if you ask most people. Women, that is.
Wow. I thought the match was a little longer. It seemed like, right? Backlund looks upset.
Heart wants what it wants.
He looks upset right now.
1, 2, 3.
Backlund thought he won the match with a small package, but he didn't get it.
I know you want to call him Back Bobland. So, technical wrestling match all the way up and down, including such high spots as a pile driver. But it ended with a small package.
That was probably the strongest move or most devastating move in this match.
The most impactful move, yeah. But that's what wrestling was back then. It was about one high spot, not 5,000 of them in one match. Iho Del Vikingo.
Not just the coolest, not just the best, just incredible. Talking about this match, not about PJ. Backlund put his hands out, And Bret shakes hands with him.
Oh my God,
hug it out.
he's bleeding. His arm is bleeding.
He grabbed Bret's arm, and yeah, Backlund's like, dang it, I almost had him.
Look at this guy celebrating like he won the damn match. Oh, wait. He won the damn match.
Bret's posing with the title.
Hey, you know, if we could refer back to a previous It Doesn't Matter podcast, the WCW in Manchester, England show, where Sting won the main event and he left. He left the ring. He did not celebrate once. And here Bret Hart, with his opponent still in the ring, going to every single corner turnbuckle like he's Stone Cold Steve Austin, getting the cheers from the crowd.
Bret's trying to shake Backlund's hand again, but Backlund just staring at him. He's like, come on, shake my hand. We had a good match. I respect you. Backlund's like, oh! Backlund just slapped him in the face. He got him in a cross-face chicken wing.
He gave him the women's special slap.
Backlund slapped the shit out of him. He got him in a chicken wing.
What a delicious finishing maneuver.
You don't see that move anymore. Anybody use that move this day in AEW?
Yes.
Who?
Her name is Timeless Tony Storm.
Oh.
There you go.
Sorry, I'll be looking at the tits.
I know I'm really here to explain all the voids in Dom's AEW knowledge. I understand.
Backlund staring at the hands.
He's talking to him like the Warrior at WrestleMania 1992. 91.
Against Warrior. Or against Savage, excuse me.
I wish Gorilla Monsoon was here. He's talking to the heavens. He wants the answers. That dude should just go bald.
Oh, Backlund?
No, there's a guy in the front row. He looked like he would go bald. He can't believe what his own hands did. It's like he figured out what masturbation was. Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Just like Hogan always knew. This is where the power lies, brother.
All right, Backlund storming off.
That's right.
The little boy, he's like, what the hell just happened? It was just a good match, and you're going to turn on Bret the Hitman Hart.
This match will take months of follow-up until their main event clash at the Survivor Series 94.
Bret's like, ow, my neck. But, John, it's your first time seeing this match in its entirety. What do you think?
Well, it was not bad. It was well done. It's a nice technical masterpiece between Bret Hart and another legendary technician, Bob the Takes the Hits Backlund. So it was a very good match, and it was a relevant match because it set the stage for important things to come.
Yes. So you said in a few weeks Bret fought Owen in that steel cage match with Bret retained, and then they had the Big Four. Then we got the Survivor Series. Bret takes on Backlund, right?
Bret takes on Backlund at the Survivor Series, yep. And somewhere in between there, the British Bulldog returns from WCW.
He came out in that cage match.
No, he's still married to Diana at that time.
No, well, I'm saying no. It was that cage match where he came back.
Oh, the SummerSlam?
Yeah, because
okay.
Anvil come out and interfere and all that.
I guess coming up next here on Wrestling That Made Us,
Me and you.
Owen, probably right now, Owen Hart and Bret the Hitman Hart in the SummerSlam cage match, because I don't recall that. I don't know that. It's something I know I don't know. Let's put it that way.
We'll save that for next time. All right. Well, glad you enjoyed the show. Glad you didn't know the finish. Well, you knew the finish, but you didn't know that chain classic wrestling that they had.
That's right.
It was. And it's definitely more to come. The 90s had some good stuff, had some bad stuff, but I feel like I just showed you something pretty good.
Pat yourself on the back, Barry Horowitz. And meanwhile, check out the It Doesn't Matter podcast interview exclusively with Barry Horowitz. Check it out on YouTube, the archives.
Yes. All right. Until then, I'm the Notorious One. I am Dom. I'm here, my man, Strap Facts. And we will see you guys next time. Boom.